So for this mail organizer, it's all really simple. All 90-degree cuts, straightforward. We'll go ahead and get all our total lengths for each piece cut down here at the miter saw. And when we're done with that, we'll move over to the table saw and get everything ripped down to our desired heights. And for the completed measurements of this, as far as total length, you're gonna need roughly 64 inches. So the first piece that we're gonna cut is gonna be our back support, and that's gonna be 22 inches long. After that, we're gonna have our box face at 10.5. Then we're gonna have our top stand, which is gonna be 11. Then we have a 9-inch piece. And then you're gonna have two 3-inch pieces. Now we can jump over to the table saw and start to get everything prepped over there. So for the box face and the box sides, those are both gonna be ripped down to 4.5 inches. For the shelf, that's gonna be ripped down to 3 3/4. And your last piece, the bottom support, that's gonna be ripped down to 3 inches. So now that you got all your pieces cut for your mail organizer, we can start to assemble it. Because the material is only 3/4 inches thick, I'm just gonna use 1 1/4 brad nails to put this all together, as well as some quick and thick wood glue by Type Bond. The first thing you're gonna wanna do is you're gonna wanna take your bottom support and one of your sides, and get it nailed up. Just like that. Then you're gonna wanna take your box face, and that's gonna sit right there. So there's your box face, and with that all squared away, we can grab our backer, and because, I don't know if I mentioned this earlier or not, but we're working with a 1x6, and because the 1x6 is 5.5 inches, we cut our tops to 4.5 so that we could have 1/2 inch spacing top and bottom. So we can go ahead and mark out 1/2 inch up top, just somewhere in there. I'm not gonna do that. Just mark your 1/2 inch up top, and then give yourself I don't know if you can see that, but you just want a little guide so that you can go ahead and set your pieces to it. And we will take this I'm not sure if that's going to be enough. If you've got a better way to set it where you want it and nail it, then however you have to do that will work. I'm going to use, I might be using this. Just to help me set everything quickly. And then with that on there, we can shoot it from the back. And then we'll take our shelf and we'll do the same thing. So that's it for right now. I'll go ahead and screw in the hooks and I'll show you what that looks like when it's all said and done. All right, so off camera, what I did was I measured everything over. I'm gonna move the camera so that you can see exactly what I did and I'll explain it as I go. So all I did was I measured over and put my ruler flush to the outside edge of the mail compartment. I measured over 3 inches, 6.5, and 9 3/4. Then I just found my spacing for the hook and pre-drilled and screwed. So as far as your mail organizer goes, that's it. I'm gonna go ahead and remove the front hooks on this, finish it with a nice stain, and then install some sawtooth hangers on the back so that I'm able to place it up on the wall. Let me know in the comments below, do you like making simple DIY projects like this for your home and personal use, maybe as gifts for friends? Or do you like trying to find profitable items that are selling well and trending on platforms like Etsy and getting ahead of the competition by seeing what people are looking at and liking on platforms like Pinterest? If that's the case, consider subscribing and sticking around, because in the near future, I plan on releasing content targeting data and analytics to find trending items that are actually proven sellers on Etsy. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, stick around and stay tuned for more. Thanks for watching. Did we get it?